Yo, Novatos, thanks again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. Now, this is a video that I wanted to talk about for some time, ever since Harley got a new CEO, Jochen Schweitz, something like that. I can't really pronounce his name. But 2020, he took over. Tough times, pandemic, shutdowns, lockdowns, a lot of different things happening. A lot of issues, uncertainties in the economy. I mean, just bizarre. Lockdowns, people were, getting laid off, businesses were closing, people didn't have a job, people weren't making money, and then in the end, most people just got a little check of what was it, $1,600? People were promised 2,000, but at the end of the day, we got like 1,600, which is just, 1,600 for the amount of time we were shut down, and especially if you lived in a state that was very, very pro-communist, I guess you could say, especially here in California. I had cities out here in California where if you weren't vaccinated, then you're pretty much banned from the premise. San Francisco, they were demanding it if you wanted to go into. It doesn't matter, right? You guys get the point. Strange times. So he took over, and I've been listening to some of his interviews, and turns out he was the one that pushed the live wire, the EV. I don't know. I mean, you guys let me know in the comments. You guys think that Harley's being taken in the right direction? Are they going in the right direction? Revolution Max, like I mentioned, I really like the idea of the Revolution Max. I like, the options that Harley's providing, and on top of all of that, I like how modular that bike is, that frame, that engine, where you could pretty much do anything with it, as far as what is it called? Touring, adventure touring, cafe racer, Sportster S. You have the Bronx, which is like a Street Fighter naked bike. You have the Ninthster, which is kind of like a Sportster, just a little bit more performance oriented. So I think it's pretty neat. But of course, it's gonna have its drawbacks. Brand new engine, brand new frame. It's gonna have some issues, and of course, if you guys been looking into it and paying attention, then you see that it's just stuff that was expected. This is something that Harley hasn't done themselves, even the live wire. Now, if you guys remember the last time Harley dabbled in dual overhead cams and liquid cooling, they gave that project, or they gave that job to Porsche. Porsche was the one that developed what is it called? What is the engine called on that one? I guess, is it the Revolution? I think it's the Revolution engine, right? That was that task was given to Porsche, so Harley wasn't doing it. The live wire, Harley's doing it 100%. So anyways, enough rambling, man. Just a little bit of I guess of what I know off the top of my head. Of course, none of this is scripted. You guys can see I don't have anything in front of me. I don't have a teleprompter or anything like that. Don't need one. Unlike our current administration, where you can't put you can't string two words together without a teleprompter. So, anyways, what is going on with with these limited run bikes that we've been seeing a lot? You guys saw the Arctic Blast. Sorry, I'm still dealing with this cold. Going on 4 weeks, and I can't get over this thing. So, yes, we have Arctic Blast, limited run. We have the El Diablo, a limited run, and then recently with the 125th edition bikes, also limited run. You guys are seeing, some of the models are 1,500 bikes, some of them are like 2,500 bikes. The El Diablo, how many was that? That was 1,500 run of bikes, 1,500 bikes. So you guys are seeing it. Even the CVOs, the the CVOs are also limited. So you're seeing this limited edition paint schemes, right? I mean, they're not really doing much as far as, you know, innovation. I've been asking for riding modes. You know, we don't have that. I've been asking for, you know, something along the lines of working with specialty shops where they could use, you know, specific parts and just kind of change it up a little bit. We're not seeing that. We're just seeing colors, and Harley has been doing the color things for many years, except for ever since this new CEO. Now we're getting limited run, you know, paint schemes. So I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments, is this the right direction? Is this what Harley needs to do to turn things around? I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I know what he's trying to do, though. I mean, seeing the limited runs, I don't know if Harley's still doing the paint set or the tin set. They used to have a catalog. I don't know who that is. They used to have a catalog of paint sets where you were able to, you know, just order, you know, the current model year. If you had a 2009 and you like the paint set for 2014, you were able to buy that paint set and just put it on your bike, and that was pretty much it. I don't think they're doing that now, and especially they're not doing that with these limited runs. So they're exclusive, and it benefits the dealerships, quite honestly. All right, and it does impart. I mean, it does benefit Harley or their financial services, Eagle Savings or Eagle Financing. It benefits them as well, mainly because, of course, they're limited run, they're exclusive, and that gives them a little bit more leverage on adding these markups. So I've been making these videos for a while, and I get messages, of course, about the bikes, about, you know, their deals, their out the door deals, the offers that they're having with these dealerships. And so far, like I said, these are potentially you know, I don't know if they're true or not, but I mean, I've seen some of these dealers trying to mark up $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the model. So, and some of the sales guys have also mentioned that they've been able to finance these STs for $34,000. So, you know, like I said, they could be adding additional financial services. They could be adding, you know, the ceramic coating. They could be adding the extended warranty, all kinds of stuff. But regardless, it's just that, all right. It's just one more thing for them to kind of tack on the MSRP. One more thing for them to kind of tell you, hey, there's only 1,500 of these bikes. You're going to be one of the guys, you know, throughout the whole country or throughout the whole world, because I believe we're sharing these bikes with not only the dealers here in America, which is, you know, 600, 700 dealers. You know, we're also sharing that limited run across the whole world. So it's just, like I said, it's a little bit of icing on the cake for them to kind of tack on and sell you that exclusivity. Sorry if I can't pronounce it. On these bikes, you know, it's just another reason for you to pay $10,000, $15,000 over MSRP. And like I said, the dealers are happy. They're making, you know, above market value MSRP. And then on top of that, of course, the dealers or the manufacturer, they're making their money, because of course you're paying, how much is it, $1,500 on some of the models for the paint scheme, and then you're paying what was it, $2,400 or $2,900 on the baggers. So I mean, they're making money on top of money. And then on top of that, you're paying the markup, and then of course you're financing all that markup. So Harley's making that money back. It's a win-win for the dealers, and you know, it's a lose-lose for us, because you know, a lot of people are going to want that paint scheme. They are going to want that color scheme, that 125th edition. And unfortunately, I mean, it's a good-looking color. I like the emblems. I like what they did. You know, the badging, the 120th edition or the 125th edition. It's a good-looking bike. The Fat Boy, man, good looking bike. The Street Glide, Road Glide, the Specials, good looking bikes, man. They're absolutely gorgeous. The paint, the heirloom red, the fade, the cherry pearl red, a very good looking bike. You know, I like what they did, but based off of some of the messages that I'm getting, man, that, you know, some of the dealers are really tacking on the markup and the dealer prep and all this other BS that I've already mentioned in quite a bit of my videos. So I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Is this the direction that Harley needs to be going? Of course, before this new CEO, Jochen, there was a promise of 100 bikes. There was of 100 different models. Of course, that was cut. And like I said, I mean, that's I could see where that's reasonable, mainly because of the lockdowns. You know, production cuts. And on top of that, of course, Harleys are I mean, a lot of the parts are manufactured outside of the United States. China has a zero COVID policy. I know I'm not supposed to say that word, but China has a zero COVID policy. So, you know, they were very serious about shutting down. And we even saw it in like the atmosphere, the green gases measurements or whatever. They were running clean, and like the first time in like 20-30 years or something like that. We never seen any numbers like this, and of course the whole economy was shut down. So I can see why they decided to cut back on the 100 model promise. Man, it's difficult to talk with this cold or flu. I don't know what I still have, but man, I just remembered I was supposed to go to the bank. Dang it. Anyways, yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I was gonna say about the exclusive, run of specific models. That's just something that we see in the shoe industry. It's something that Nike's been doing. It's something that Jordan's been doing. Something that a lot of these shoe manufacturers, they have limited runs with specific designers, and then of course they release like a limited run of like 200 shoes or something like that, 300 shoes. I'm not a sneakerhead. I don't follow what they're doing. I don't follow any of that stuff as far as Jordans and stuff like that. I do see the memes though, where Jordan's happy that people keep on buying the same shoe. I don't know. I don't know what they do, but I do know they do have a limited run, and people are trying to get their hands on these exclusive shoes, which are still like Jordan 1s, 2s, and 3s or whatever. It's just a different paint set, different design. Like I said, I don't know, but that's how I see Jochen taking something that's very popular and something that's very successful in the shoe industry, and then apply that to the motorcycle industry. And that's what he's trying to do with these Icon bikes. Like I said, Icon, and then the Arctic Frost. Like I said, I don't want to repeat myself, but it's all there. We see it: exclusive Icon, exclusive El Diablo, exclusive Apex, exclusive the 125th edition. Then, like I said, this is something that Harley hasn't done before. So video's running long. I just want to touch on one more thing that he mentioned in an interview that kind of made sense when it comes to these price increases that we've been seeing ever since he took over. You guys see my Street Bob video where they got a huge price increase. The Street Bob has always been a $14,000 bike for the longest when it comes to their lineup. It's always been a $14,400 bike, and then If you guys saw in 2023, first time we've ever seen it, you know, close to 16,000. I can't even remember off the top of my head. I believe it's a $16,000 bike now, plus of course the surcharge. So Jochen was just mentioning for the longest, I guess before he took over, they were actually you know, taking pay cuts, or they were actually pricing their models below value or something like that. So it kind of made sense when we're seeing these price increases of 400, 600, 800, and then this last recent one over $1,000. I just don't know. I mean, I don't see. I don't want to get into that, the breakdown stuff, but just based off of the interview, like I said, I'll probably put links on both of them. I just saw 2 interviews, and based off of, you know, just that kind of stuff. You know, just looking at the live wire, looking at what he said about, you know, the future of Harley, and then talking about, of course, performance and the new direction. And he did, you know, he is very heavy on EV. All right, he did mention a lot about about diversity and you know, globe, green energy, a lot about just it's waste. I guess Harley's waste of you know, global, and yeah, there was a lot of that, of being more what is that word, globally, just being aware of I guess of our waste, or Harley's waste, when it comes to, you know, the production, fuel, gas, stuff like that. And he was very adamant about EV being the future of Harley. And like I said, I mean, I don't really, you know, I'm not against that, because of course we see the administration, we see of course we see Euro 5, and then of course they're putting more restrictions on emissions. You guys see what's going on with, you know, with diesels. You guys see what's going on with the tuning, Fuel Pack 3, DynoJet, EPA. And I just really think it's really dumb, because we see all of this whole, you know, switching, even with the stoves, gas stoves, but yet we have the same leaders adding metric tons of waste when they fly on their private jets. A lot of these guys, you know what, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to rant about that. So this video is already long. Just me, you know, sharing my thoughts, connecting the dots, stuff like that. You guys stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Share your thoughts down below. Let me know what you guys think. Later.